this is the long shot that Cern hits. He's not going to hit the lottery or anything cool. This is the long shot. This is the one I'm going to hit. My fucking AC.
You get the lemon AC long shot.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly. For the first time.
We had to get an emergency alert. We had to start up the recording ASAP. As they say in the business, ASAP, as soon as possible. I just see Cerny has a story percolating. And before he goes down a road that's going to be... It's one of those cars that once it gets rolling, it's going to be hard to put a stop to it. So
it's the semi with no brakes down the hill.
All gas, no brakes. Cern's AC has
speed.
Gone bust.
It's like speed. It's the bus. It's the bus with no brakes. It's speed. You got to maintain 55.
Was the "I Can't Drive 55" song in that movie? It just seemed super fitting.
It's been so long. I have no idea.
I don't know. That was Keanu Reeves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Sandra
Bullock as well. What was the whole... Someone put a bomb on the bus?
Stopper put a bomb on the bus and it can't go below 55.
Or it blows up?
Yeah.
And how many... Who was on this bus that was so worth saving? Was like the president on there or anything? Or just...
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, of course.
Sandra Bullock, whatever. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Well, it wasn't like a school bus or anything, right? Kids? It was just...
No.
Anyway, that'll be one we revisit over the span of several nights here. You know when you're an adult with kids when it takes you like multiple nights to just finish a movie. Okay, that was good. We got to the first third. Time for bed. We'll pick it up later.
Or just keep pausing for a story or some shit.
Yeah. Okay. So the temperature, although where we are, it's cooler today. Only 81 in Novato.
Oh,
Studio G.
It is 100 degrees where Cern's sitting.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Which, when it's 100, I don't care. And if anybody's not aware, that's not a great time for your AC to go kaput.
So the kaput part is last Thursday, we were getting a new AC installed, kind of going more energy efficient and whatnot. So we'd actually scheduled it, several weeks in advance. When we scheduled it, I remember it was cool. Where it was like slightly rainy and stuff. It was 85. I'm like, oh yeah, just come out and it'll be one day. That's what they said. It's one day. We just got to basically turn it out and put a new
and you don't need to
pump
go
in and all that other stuff.
With your new house, you don't have two stories, right? So you don't need the double. You don't need all this fancy stuff. You can just one unit will do you.
Yeah, one unit. One stage basically, or not one stage. One zone.
Okay.
Because the like two zones is like upstairs, downstairs, and they kind of flip back and forth.
If I want a zone that's just bedroom, just crank that bitch down to like 60, and then the rest of the house could be boiling. I want zone one, just bedroom temperature.
So we actually had two thermostats for them. When we first moved in, I was like, it's kind of weird. Like one in the hallway, and one in the bedroom. And might I add, the hallway and bedroom is just good 12 feet away from each other. I was like, what the fuck? So I asked the guy who knew, I said, why is that? I said, somebody sold whoever had on a bill of goods basically saying, need a zone just for your bedroom. And they said, it ain't. I said, if I keep it, then the unit's going to be way more expensive because you need a zone board and all that stuff. Nope. Especially when it's only 12 feet apart. It's not going to be.
Because basically...
There really shouldn't be a big difference from the hallway to the bedroom at 12 feet.
It would judge the temperature, whatever you set it to, 70 degrees. It would take that off of where you have it in the bedroom, not the hallway, basically. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just...
Hopefully there's not that much variance between 12 feet of your house.
No, then I'd be concerned.
You got bigger problems.
So they say, hey, we'll have it one, we can install it one day. And so I said, cool. Of course, so here's the date we got. So all right, set it up, So then it's the day of the install, and now we've creeped back up from the 80 to it was 105 that day.
Ooh.
was like, damn, well, that sucks. But you know what? They'll get the AC and we'll get them going. No biggie.
So how hot was it getting inside of your house?
It was, so when they showed up, it was like, first off, I had to call them. Like, hey, where you guys at? I haven't got any kind of email. Like, no, I'm on our way. We had some truck problems. I said, all right, shit happens. Cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Could have just picked up the phone and let me know. But whatever.
The phone.
Could tell me the night before you were coming. No one said anything. They just basically
showed up. And then I start thinking, well, if I never called them, would they have ever showed up, or what would have happened?
Yeah, even though I'm sure they were on their way because they had all the unit, they had everything with them. It was just like, what the fuck? So they showed up, and so they say, we're going to, he was like telling me what he's going to do. And I was like, okay, if I knew what to do, I'd have fucking done it myself.
Just do it.
So, you know, they started doing it, and that's fine. And then, yeah, it was taking them a while because obviously it's three guys, and they're putting whole fucking AC and heat pump and shit. So they're running it, and it was getting hot in the house. It was like 92 degrees.
Oh
I was like, damn, it's hot.
And you're working? You just got the windows open, you got a fan just blowing on you?
I took those 2 days off. I took Thursday, and since I took Thursday, I thought I might as well take Friday while we're at it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to.
I don't want to come back from Friday.
That's bad. Talk about harshing your vibe. Having a Thursday off and then come back to work on a Friday. That's a foul.
So taking Thursday, I might as well just take Friday off there. So I was just out and about, and it was hot as fuck. So then it was like, shit, it was like 6 o'clock at night, and they're still going at it, and they ain't getting it. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? So then the guy comes down and is like, hey, excuse me, sir. Looking at his feet.
Is he toweling his brow? Is he like...
Oh, yeah. They were completely soaked with sweat because they're up in the attic, too. So it's like 150 up there. Yeah.
That's cruel.
I'm not going to beat him up. He's like, excuse me, sir. And he's like looking at his feet.
Boy.
I'm like, well, he's going to give me the bad news. He said, we can't get the run right now. And I said, oh, yeah, shit happens. And he's like, yeah, it's like 1 out of 100. We can't get him to work. I was like, this is the long shot that Cern has. He's not going to hit the lottery or anything cool. This is the long shot. This is the one I'm going to hit. My fucking AC.
You hit the lemon AC long shot.
Yeah. I said, all right, whatever. I said, it is what it is. He's like, well, we'll send somebody out 7 a.m. tomorrow. He's our super tech. I said, okay,
cool.
It happens. Guy shows up 7 a.m.
Oh, nice.
And they said, oh, he'll know. So he's doing.
Did they have any idea what the problem was?
They had no idea. So then Tech's out there. He's out there for an hour, and he can't. He's like sitting there. And finally, he's like, yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. And I said, what's that? He goes, so you got the GE unit? I said, yeah. And he said, well, they have a first edition and second series. Mm-hmm. He said, the second series is brand new. I said, okay. He's like, but because they're going through the first edition. So I said, okay. So they probably ran out. They probably just sent the second edition. Didn't say anything, at least to the installers. I said, okay. He said they just need this new unit needs a 6th wire to work. And most homes have 5, so they usually have to run a 6th. But they would know because they think they're hooking up with first edition. And I said, okay. He's like, all they have to do is just run another wire.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
just one more wire. Good. NBD. No big deal.
I said, okay. He's like, so they're assembling a team right now. I don't know when they're actually gonna be here, but I said, okay, cool. He's like, so thank you very much. I said, all right. 3 hours go by. I hear nothing.
Hoping.
So I was like, so then one of the guys shows up from the day before. He's like, hey. I was like, oh, what's going on? He's like, did I leave some gaskets here? I was like, I don't fucking know. What the fuck are you looking at? What the fuck?
Like my toolbox is missing a few
things. And he
was
telling me like these gaskets or whatever it is. I was like, I don't know. I said, where would they be? He's like, by the unit. I said, go look. So he goes and he's like, oh yeah, here they are.
And they left?
Hey, he grabbed me. He's like, oh, I'll be back a little bit to run the wire. I was like, wait, you're coming back? He's like, yeah, we're on another install. I was like, but you didn't finish this one. The fuck? It's fucking another one. You didn't finish this one. So then Rob got pissed and she's like, hey, should I call him? I said, just don't. First I said, nah, they said he'd be right back. But then it was like another hour. I was like, yeah, call these motherfuckers and see.
Put their feet to a little fire.
What's going on? And she was pissed. I said, she said, we don't know what's going on. Guys are coming back. When are they coming back? And she said, between 3 and 7. So then I was like, what?
So they give you the Comcast, the old range.
Yeah.
Window.
I was like, what? And the guy, and then the head sales guy, whatever he calls, and he's saying, well, I mean, all they got to do is run the wire, and that's it. It'll fire up. I said, but what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? I mean, you're playing it to the end of the wire, the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty patient. I'm going to hit the fucking roof if you come in here at 7 o'clock and it don't work.
Yeah.
So then they came at 4 and they ran the wire.
Okay.
And they were like, I was running the wire. And I said, okay, cool. So we have everything open because it's hot. I'm trying everything just to keep the house somewhat manageable. It's 93 degrees at this point.
Oh.
I know, it's miserable. So then it was like, God damn. And then I could hear him going, it's not working. It's not working. I tried that. And then I was like, I fucking told him. I fucking told him this was going to, I fucking said this. I was livid.
Oh, mercy. And they're up in the attic. You can hear them whispering back.
They're out back. Yeah, they're out back. Okay. Actually, like looking at the unit. Like one guy's on the phone, the other guy's like pacing. Like, oh fuck, I'm like, I was like, are you? I said. So then I put everybody in the house on notice. I said, if they can't get this to work, I said, because Robin scolded them. I said, how you scolded them is child's play. It's child's play. What I'm going to do to them when I'm done. I'm going to fucking melt the phone.
We're going to be
my phone's literally melting at the moment.
It's literally melting. Yeah.
And so as I was walking to the phone, because I was like, that's it. Because I can hear him like, I don't know. Like it kicked on. Like I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find it. I was like, where the fuck is my phone? And I was like, oh. He's like, oh, he comes running inside. He's like, you should be cooling. I was like, I am. Sweet. I was like, okay.
Bullet dodged by them.
By them. But then as about 10 minutes before recording,
today.
I was like, is that today? Which is
a week.
Yeah,
or
almost
6 days.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Is it getting warm? I said, yeah, it's getting kind of warm. Look, the house is set to 77, but it's just 80, and then I watch it go to 81.
Uh-oh.
And it's like, what the fuck? So I called them. They're like, we'll see if we can get a text. No. Then they saw that. I think they shook to the file. She's like, oh, hold on. I'll call you right back. I promise I'll call you right back. Because it was like they've put on.
There's some notes. You got some notes on your file?
Some notes.
I think there's some notes on there.
I think I'm going to get a nice little discount from this install because I'm going to melt in there. Oh, because the other thing is, so part of the install requirements when I went with them, I said, I have the Ecobee thermostat. I'm going to keep the Ecobee.
Yeah.
Don't give me that eye comfort bullshit because they have this eye comfort. It's like it sucks. It's one of the worst fucking. We had it at the other house. The guy said, communicate with whatever the fuck, but. So they have this bullshit one. It never communicated with the internet, never worked with anything. It's just like might as well just had the old school, like the dial.
Yeah, like what your fucking Nana had at her house.
Yeah, it was just like that, just a little touchscreen. You could push up and push down. That was it. I was like, this fucking thing sucks. So he said, no, it'll work. Ended up like they put some stupid Honeywell bullshit on there for now, and I said, I don't want that. But at the time, they said, this is what I can get it to work with. I said, that's fine. I want a cool house. Once we know it's running. Someone's ass is back out here, and they're going to switch it up. Yeah. I'm not going to switch it up and be held liable if it goes out. So now it's on you. I could do it because just plug it in the wires. I mean, anybody could really do it if you could just follow instructions. Yeah. But at this point, because of the issues, I said I want you to do it. I don't want to like switch it out. Be like, well, I mean, it was working, and now that you switched it out, I didn't want.
They totally not that blood on my hands.
I don't want that blood on my hands.
You're not falling on this one.
No.
Wow.
So it's getting warm right now.
It's heating up.
It's 100 degrees. It's like I don't know. The problem I'm also having right now is so I walked outside and I see the unit running.
Okay.
But there's no air coming out. So I'm like, I'm paying for electricity that I am not getting.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
It hits you in your wallet and your pores because you're sweating. It's a double whammy.
Yeah. Double whammer. Ugh.
And so you have the newest GE unit. So they can't even throw you like a free upgrade unit or something like that.
No, so they're going to throw me some free credits.
The fuck's a
That's
credit?
what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to call it credits. I'm going to say I want a rebate check from you.
Yes.
Pain and suffering rebate check. Incompetence rebate check.
So it was the sixth wire, apparently. Maybe the wire jostled loose?
I don't know from what.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
It was
fine. It was working this morning, and then all of a sudden it was like, it's kind of warm. Like I was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
You've tried unplugging it and plugging it. Now, well, you have the other wire with your doorbell situation. Has that been remedied?
No, I actually have to do that.
That's on the to-do list still?
That's on my to-do list.
I'm seeing a trend, though. You have some wiring
problems.
Yeah, I know. That's worrisome. Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow. Well, I feel for you, Cern. That's no place to be is in a hot house, especially 105 or whatever it is. That's no good.
No.
Are the kids particularly bitchy about this sort of thing?
Yeah, Melanie was like, it's hot in here. I said, no shit. I mean, what was it? I said, no shit. She's like, but like, I always like this too. It was like, this is you look forward to this one. I think when Charlie gets older.
Yeah.
But I have to get up early. I see, so does everybody. We're all in the same fucking boat. What do you want me to do? Wave my magic wand? I mean, what the fuck are you asking me for? I wasn't asking. I was just saying. I was saying what? I'm not helping the situation. I'm already pissed.
Just poking the tiger more. Now, we in the group chat, we had a little thing going on with Joe, Joe. He's got it in one of those portable AC units that you sort of hook up to your window, and I think you put water in it or something, and it cools down.
That's like a swamp cooler?
Yeah, like a swamp cooler thing. Like it cools down 300 square feet or something. Which I was...
Yeah, he was saying, like, he keeps like 62 or something it was.
I mean, that's pretty chilly. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't want to spend the money to get it down to 62. That's a little too rich for my blood, personally.
I mean, that's during the day. That's like, I mean, you're closing in on refrigerator temperature right there.
For real though, unless there's some sort of unit economics that, because if it's just in a super enclosed space, that maybe you can actually get it down that much if you got it all blacked out curtains or something. But our home office, because my wife and I both work from home, it just sees sun. It's right in the wherever the sun rises in the yeah, it gets sun all
east.
So it's east facing, so it just gets sun all day. Cooks that room up nice and toasty,
which is the benefit, I guess, in the winter.
It is fine in the winter, and generally I will say our area is a little bit more cooler because we're kind of up against this hill and we got some nice shade stuff. But I don't know, but my wife can work way hotter. Like it's got to be 84, 85 in the room, and when you leave the office to go to the bathroom or go grab a water or something, it's like a 10-degree swing from the rest of the house. And I'm like, how can you? I'm like, isn't it hot in here? She's like, oh no, it feels good. She's got like a blanket on her lap. I'm like, I'm literally like pitting sweat in here. I'm like, I'm on Zoom calls and there's beads of sweat dripping down from my glasses and stuff. Like, I can't work in these conditions. So next summer, I think I might spring for one of those. They're on sale right now at Costco, so maybe I should pick them up. But they're still, it's like $450 for one of them. I don't know what I need, but I'll probably just get the best one. Just because can't take any chances with it. Max power, but I don't know. I'm sure. It's too loud. We got to turn it off. All this sort of stuff. But we'll see.
I wonder if you could like put it outside and like do like a little thing underneath the door, like a little duct underneath the door.
Oh, that could
if it is too loud.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'll be the judge of how that is too loud. I'll build like in a little an easement around it or something. I don't know what we could do with it, but
soundproof it.
Yeah, soundproof. Put some sound.
The foam around
panels.
it and stuff.
Yeah, like we had in the old podcast studio up there. Have you driven by your old residence? Just throw an eyeball. What's going on over there?
I have not. Not. So I don't
Just
know.
knock on the door and be like, "Do you still have that cool logo? That award?
How'd you paint over
podcast?" I wonder what your old nemesi are doing with the new neighbors. How they're faring.
Who knows? I'm sure they'll be great. And then, excuse me, can you keep it down a little bit? It's like a rest day. I can hear you laughing and enjoying life.
Alcohol.
It's too much for me.
Induced headache is killing me. Would you mind turning down whatever you're doing? It's too much. It is too much. But yeah. Well, I hope your AC gets remedied soon because that's.
So do I. I was like stretching out and then like okay, we got it fixed permanently, and it's like September. It's like 60 degrees outside. It's like okay, cool.
You won't even need it. I think I have our scenario. I finally feel like confident in my tactics against natural cooling of the house. So at night it gets down to 50, whatever, 54, 55, which is great. So pretty much around 6 o'clock at night, open everything up. All the windows opened, sliders, got the fans on, moving the cool air around, turn the house fan on. So not using the AC, but
like circulation. Yeah,
circulation. Then in the morning, when I come out to get my coffee, it's just nice. It's like 60, low 60s in the house. My wife's complaining how cold it is, but it feels good. And then right about 10, 11, close it up, draw all the blinds, lock it down, trap all that in, and then we'll see how long we can make it.
Regulate it?
Yeah. So far that's been working for the past couple weeks.
It's not. See, that wouldn't work. See, last night I think it was low as 70.
Oh,
so
that's too much.
It was too hot.
I mean, and
there's no breeze. There's no circulation. There's no nothing. It's just
that's brutal.
Hot.
I literally sleep with our master bedroom has a slider, a glass sliding door. Like you would go out to a patio or something. So it's open with the screen shut. So full on, plenty outdoor air, and I have a fan running as well that's blowing right on me. So I like to keep cool.
I think so. The one night where we didn't have AC, and it was no breeze, so it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was in the house with a leaf blower trying to blow the air out of the house.
That's hilarious.
I was trying everything. I was just Hail Mary something.
You gotta do what you can. Well, at least you can move air. It sounds like with your current situation, but it won't be cold. So you could turn the fan on, I guess.
I mean, the fans were on, but it was just hot air.
But if it's hot air, that's no good. It has to be cooler outside, obviously, than inside.
Yeah. If it's 195 outside, like last night, I think I checked in at it was 8 o'clock. I was like, what's the temperature? 90 degrees. I was like, fuck.
Oh my God, that's horrible. That's no good. Not a way to live.
Yeah, when Alexa told me that, it was just disappointing.
Yeah, school's back in session. Got the first grader now.
There you go.
But of course, came back already sick first week. So, no surprise, I guess. It's like I think I might have sent you the meme. It's like, you pay me for preschool or daycare. It's like, you give me half your monthly salary, and in return, I'll give you a sick kid.
Yeah.
That's the agreement that parents have with preschools and schools.
So, like, we had one it was last Thursday?
Huh?
It was Thursday. Go out. The kids are getting ready for school. I had a day off, so I was sitting on the couch drinking coffee, waiting for the
AC
guys to
people
come AC people. Yeah. And Zach was like, I got a headache. He's in that shit. I was like, hey, we ain't doing that shit this year. we ain't doing that shit this year where we start skipping school. And
oh, is that what happens in high school? Is like, kind of just don't feel like going, so I'm just going to be like,
I'll throw
it.
And he's like, my head hurts and my throat's a little sore. I said, bullshit, because you were screaming and whooping and hollering and shit like last night, like there was a fucking party going on.
Yeah.
He was playing Fortnite. He's like, no one believes it. I'm serious. And, and like, Robin gave it to him. We were just give it to him, laying it. I say, all right, fine. Just go lay in your bed. Mm-hmm. So he goes lay in his bed. And I was like, I made a side comment like, watch, I would have sent his ass and that fucker is going to test positive for COVID or some stupid shit like that.
Yep.
Wakes up, still kind of groggy. It was like midday. And I feel him. I was like, hey, he's warm. I said, but at this point in time, the house is hot as fuck. So I was like,
right. Is he warm because he's sick or is it because it's 92 degrees in the house?
No, fine. And it was like later on, I was like, you still kind of like dragging ass. I was like, all right, COVID test, let's go.
Yeah.
Boom, positive. I was like, of course he is. I was like, yep, I made the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Now, at this point in time, he's the only one that's gotten it, even though I was like, shit, because I was touching his stuff and, and he was like in Jeffrey's room the day before, so and I was like, all right, we're going down. And Cern does it right now.
Strap in. Everyone's going down.
And as a weekend. And he's not even bad at all. He's
mild symptoms?
At best. It's like
That's
he's getting
good.
a fucking week off.
Righteous.
Sweet. I was like, good for you.
Is he just increase the video game, or are they making him zoom into school and shit?
He had to check into his classes and stuff. He doesn't have to zoom in. He just has to do his work that they assign.
Oh, but it's all like through an online portal or something?
Yeah, they don't even they rarely do anything on paper anymore.
Oh, that's
at least at the high school level. I mean, I'm sure the tests and stuff are obviously paper, but like a lot of stuff, I was like, did you turn it in? Did you actually turn it in, teacher? So that's the thing that I was having a problem with last year. Because it was like, did you turn it in? Did you leave it in your backpack? And you'd be like, no, we don't. Most of our stuff, we just turn it in online.
Uh-huh.
So that it was like there's this epic battle of.
So now
why
you need
couldn't
like
you fucking do it?
A login to his. Is there a parental account that you
I
get
got it. No, I swiped
like,
his. I swiped his. I already know. He doesn't know that, but I swiped. Because I was thinking, like, some of the shit was like he would do it, but then he wouldn't click submit. And I was like,
what?
I was baffled. I was like, why would you do the whole fucking thing and then not submit it? I don't know. What? I mean, I would understand
That's
if you
a
just
head
didn't do it, but you actually did the work and then couldn't click the submit button. I mean, what the fuck?
Like maybe it just, spaced on it? I don't know. Well, Cerny, I've been keeping my, we like to keep our ear to the ground here for any news that might pertain to us. But Hugh Hefner, Playboy founder, has been popping up recently. I've been seeing a few more articles. He is deceased, mind you.
Yeah.
Let me see. He died 2017, September 27th. So, just about a month, 5 years ago. And obviously Hugh Hefner is known for the Playboy magazine, of course, and then the, what was it called? Playboy Mansion.
The show.
The show, yeah. And then he would have these, basically his girlfriends.
Bunnies, yeah, whatever. They're,
Bunnies or whatever.
The three of them, right? It was the main three, right? And
Holly.
It was kind of weird. Kendra,
Holly, and someone else. But there's been a little bit of tell-all coming out about how basically creepy the relationships were. And
what?
Hold on. Stop me if this surprises you. Gross. Here, I will read you some. Okay. So there was a podcast episode that came out with Holly Madison and Bridget, and they have a new podcast talking about their relationship with the Playboy founder. It's titled "In the Bedroom." They talk about their first time sleeping with Hefner, and spoiler, it wasn't very romantic. So from what I hear, here's and I'm quoting this from them. He wouldn't move. he would be like a bump on the log in the middle of the bed. And basically, from everything that I read, and I'm paraphrasing this, they would have these like they would pressure all the other, or some of the other women to basically have like some sort of like orgy thing with him. But it was kind of like an assembly line. And they're like, you would just go, and it sounds like he would just lay on the bed and you would just go on and you would get on for like however long, 30 seconds, a minute, and then get off, and then someone else would come by and just get on and then get off, and it was like a rotating thing. And basically all the women were like, we don't know who was tested or who wasn't, so we just try to go first and just try to get it over with. I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh my God.
So it sounds pretty creepy and gross. Additionally, apparently there was a lot of alcohol and sometimes drugs involved with these parties. Again, not super surprising, but apparently if you would pass out or something, he had like a Polaroid camera and he would take tons of pictures of you. Yeah,
it's probably knowing him, he probably like the flashbulb like from King Kong.
Where he would have the
peel the back off.
Yeah. Throws the curtain over him. He's on the old school ones. But he would take all these pictures, mostly like nude pictures of these women who were passed out, obviously without their consent, take tons of pictures of them, and then pass them out to everyone who came to the party. He would like print them up, and he'd be like pass them out on everyone. So it's a little bit of a party foul, but
it's just a little bit of a party foul. Holy shit!
Yeah. Well, that is a big party foul. I should rephrase that, but I'm partially conflicted because it's like, well, you kind of knew what you were getting into when you were entering this sort of relationship where you were already being exploited for.
Yeah, the factory sex is like, okay. Passing out, that's
absolutely no good there. Taking photos, apparently had quite the like revenge porn stash.
Yeah, that's over the line. But I wonder what
it couldn't have been. I mean, I can. Obviously, relationships are multifaceted, right? Maybe he was a good guy just to hang out with and they liked hanging out with him. And then the sex part was weird. Sort of like a grin and bear it thing. I don't know. I'm sure if you ask everybody's partner, they probably wouldn't say that 100% time they were 100% into it. There was probably some, you got to suck it up. Just let it happen once in a while and, both ways, but this one seemed like a little bit more than just.
Well, it's all one. It's one way.
Yeah. All right. The women wanted to get the sex over with as quickly as possible because they weren't into it. We thought of it as a chore that we had to do, or else we'd get kicked out of the house.
So maybe that's like the leverage he had. Like, did he pay? Or did they have a salary? Or they were just there for free, but kind of had to like run of the mill. I mean, what's the?
Yeah. Okay. Here's some more comments by Madison. I can't explain to you guys how embarrassing the whole routine was, especially as we got later down the road where there would be a lot of conflict with other girls. You're literally sitting there naked having sex in front of a group of people who hate you and talk shit about you while you're having sex, and you can hear it. It was just like hell.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Torturous.
Oh, and they had a recruiter, and they would call out, no. Daddy, do you want to get a new girl? Oh, my gosh. Oh, and some of the pictures they show are just a little bit... they're saying that the experience is rather traumatic. So
sounds that way.
Sounds like, you were borderline getting raped and photos of you taken without your consent. I can see that being very traumatic. He gives off very... depending with the lens that you look through these, things of the photos, he's like the creepy old grandpa that like grabs you strongly and like, could give grandpa a kiss, to the 15-year-old granddaughter kind of thing. And everyone's like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's what the vibes. That's the vibes I'm getting. But, yeah. So, but anyway, he's dead. Maybe they'll get some money from it. I don't know. It kind of seems weird that they would wait until
wasn't
now.
Wasn't he bankrupt or something weird? I can't remember what it was at the end of his run.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they totally Can you even get Playboy, like the magazine still?
Don't know.
Let's see. I'm formerly in print currently, so it's online only.
Okay, I was going to say, they printed now? Or
No, I guess not. The last circulation was 400,000 as of December 2017. The final issue was in 2020.
Of print?
Yes.
What's that going for? Is there that? Are they actually going to auction that? You think on eBay?
Let me see.
You can get your hands on the final
last Playboy publication. Okay. Oh, it kind of happened during COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I don't want to consent to my cookies being followed when I'm Googling fucking Playboy things on. Who was Angelica Bridges? Oh wait, no, I misread that. Revamped. Oh, they changed it to quarterly publishing. Okay. I don't know who the. Oh, that's right. They took the nudity part away.
Oh, that's right. It was
in
more
2017.
So
it was Pam Anderson actually was in the final nude edition, which is fitting.
So
he claims to have slept with 1,000 women.
Well, if he has a factory line, I guess.
Yeah, if you got a conga line going and you just got a couple popsicles taping your dick up. I mean, I don't know.
Like a splint?
Yeah.
Dick splint?
Cock splint. Cock splint for his thing. I have a very, even in our youth, getting access to topless photos of topless women was still a chore because the internet, as we've explained many times, you just couldn't click around and get a picture in 2 seconds. It was like it was a half-day investment of your time.
And you had to make sure no one was on the phone. No one used the phone.
It was a lot taxing on your dial-up system. So I specifically remember, you would hear these kind of tall tales about, me and my buddy, we were riding our bikes to the woods and we came across an old box of like porno mags. And it was like a fucking jackpot. I mean, imagine being 13 and you come across like even one issue of Playboy, fucking spank bake for like 4 summers. You would be good. You'd be set for a while. And I remember the Fitment dump out there off Fitment Road.
Yeah,
Cern probably have been many times. I've been many times during the summer. You would be cleaning up your shit at your house, and parents would make you go to the dump with them.
And you have to basically dump it into you would see on TV,
a huge pit. Like a landfill.
Shit.
Yeah. And then there was other areas that there was recycling that you can dump, and we were big into recycling. And I remember kind of walking around, and I spotted a stack of Playboy magazines that had been tossed. And I'm with my family. I'm probably 14 or 15, and I am just racking my brain. How can I get one of these magazines?
At least one. Can I tape
At least one.
Does someone throw out a roll of tape? I can tape it to my thigh.
Something.
What the fuck?
I think it was summer. I could have stuffed it up my pant leg or done something, but I was really racking my brain. How can I take this magazine and get it back home with me? Literally, my dad, my mom, and my brother all in a single cab truck.
Yeah, you'd be sitting, it'd be crinkling.
It would be sweating like probably Serpico was.
like you're smuggling hash or cocaine across the border.
Yeah, you're sitting next to 4 DEA agents and you've got a kilo of coke in your jacket. That's the amount of risk that it felt like for me taking. And I just, probably wisely, I just thought to pass on the opportunity. But I did think about it for a while. But I couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Couldn't do it.
But
Shit.
Yeah. And then by the time, we got to be 18, the internet kind of had improved a little bit, so it wasn't that big of a deal anymore.
No, you didn't have to. I think DSL was a thing, so you didn't have to dial in anymore.
It was a game changer, yeah.
Yeah.
And then LimeWire and Kazaa and all those things, and then it became a little easier to get access to that sort of smut. Could you imagine what would have happened to me if my parents would have found out? Like, we're in the car, and they're like, "What's under your shirt?" And they pull it out, and it's a fucking, 1994 Playboy.
We would be hanging for the whole summer. We would have been. I'd be like, "What's going on, Chip?" Like, it's on lockdown. I can't talk to the heathens like you. You've cursed them.
I probably wouldn't be allowed out of the house.
No,
would be my guess. I would be severely.
They'd probably leave your food at your door like a prisoner. You'd have to eat it.
Yeah. I would have been in.
Or they'll throw you some candy bars like Sloth from the fucking Goonies. Be down.
Yep.
Chained to a chair.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, would have had one of those ankle handcuffs, and it would have been a lock and key. But never happened. This things our children won't have to worry about. Don't have to worry about with the access. I mean, literally with a few keystrokes on your phone, unlimited access.
Unlimited.
To
whatever you want.
Whatever itch you have, it could be scratched in just one search query. It's quite a magical time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. They won't know the pain of the struggle.
No. The pain on multiple levels. Frustration. Oh, man. But yeah, so Playboy out. So I guess I wonder if Hustler and all them are still doing okay. And Playboy was the there was like what was the one they never really showed nudity, but they would always show the lingerie ones. It's like FH or FM, or you can kind of get it in gas stations, but it's basically chicks only in lingerie.
I don't remember that.
And then Playboy, they were topless, and maybe sometimes they would show beef.
Penthouse was the...
And then Penthouse and Hustler was the one that would show penetration. So if you got Hustler, then you were really...
Yeah, you were like
you really scored.
Larry Flint.
Yeah, Larry Flint's Hustler.
And is he still alive?
Huh?
Is he still alive?
Ooh, I don't know. He seems like he didn't really live what you would call like he died in 2021.
Oh, he just died, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he founded the Hustler Club, Larry Flint, and Hustler Publications. Do you remember, I believe this was big news around when we went to high school. There was a woman who went to our high school that one of our friends sort of knew or had dated or kissed at something.
Yeah.
Some interaction with her. And she posed in, was it Hustler?
I think it was Hustler.
Or Penthouse?
One of the two. Can't remember.
And when that rumor started circulating, I mean, if you...
The hunt was on for that
edition of the magazine.
Issue, yeah.
We somehow got access to it. I'm not sure how.
Can't remember. We didn't. Yeah, we did.
But we did get access to it.
We did get our hands on it. I can't remember which one it is, though.
Yeah. Nothing more straight than 4 or 5 guys just all looking at a naked chick on a magazine. Talking about how hot she is.
In class.
In class. Yeah. She was
out of the back.
I believe she was out of school by the time that came out, right? She's probably like 19 or 20.
She was a year older than us, so I think this was senior year, so yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, yeah. I don't know.
Interesting. So, well, I mean, nothing against that profession. Certainly viable profession. But yeah, that was a cornerstone event for young Chip and Cern in high school. That magazine coming out.
Yes.
We had to commemorate the
guest behind me.
Oh, I thought she was reporting that the AC was running.
No, he is coming. The attack is coming.
Oh, that's good.
She is a little hot.
Yeah.
2 ways. A little angry and physically
hot under the... Yeah. Well, you better. Well, hopefully your AC situation gets resolved soon.
It was a brutal night. I don't want another one. But oh well.
That is no good. You got to get all the fans. Just get them pointed all at you. But yeah. Well, AC update. Remember, folks, we will be running a Chip and Cern from the vault next weekend.
That's right. You'll be in Sweden
next week. I will be traveling abroad to Europe, specifically Sweden. So we will not be able to record live. Well, I mean, I guess we could. We'll play it by ear, but it might happen. We might have from the vault, or if Cern has a good AC update, we might just have to bring it to you live. Just because
live, obviously.
You know how it goes. Live to tape as it goes. But yeah. Anything else, Cern, that we need to touch on? We covered it all.
Covered it all today.
We did it.
I'm sure we'll have more. We always have more.
We always got more. There's always a rabbit hole to go down for Chip and Cern. No problem. No problem for us. No problem for us.
Easy.
Well, you know the drill. Stay horny. Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.